Here's a striking fact. Simply choosing minimally processed foods can lead to twice the amount of weight loss without requiring you to eat less overall. But here's where it gets controversial. Most people assume that eating processed foods is just about nutrition. Yet this study suggests processing level might play a more crucial role in weight management than we previously thought. Recent clinical research led by scientists from University College London, UCL, and UCLH has shed light on how the form of our foods impacts weight loss beyond just their nutritional content. The study compared diets rich in ultra-processed foods, UPFs, with those consisting mainly of minimally processed foods, MPFs, all while keeping their nutrient profiles matched according to official dietary guidelines in the UK. The study involved 55 adults split into two groups, each following different sequences. One started with 8 weeks of an MPF diet. Think homemade spaghetti bolognese or overnight oats. Then returned to their usual eating patterns for 4 weeks, before switching to an UPF diet, which included snacks like breakfast bars or ready-made lasagna. The other group did the same in reverse order. Importantly, 50 participants completed at least one full dietary phase. After completing each 8-week diet phase, everyone experienced weight loss, likely because even healthy, balanced eating improves upon their typical diets. But the difference was significant. Those on the minimally processed food diet lost about 2.06% of their body weight, while the ultra-processed diet resulted in only about a 1.05% loss. In actual calorie terms, this difference translated to an estimated daily deficit of 290 kilocalories on the MPF diet versus 120 kilocalories on the UPF diet. This weight loss primarily came from reductions in fat mass and overall body water, with no significant loss of muscle or lean tissue, pointing to healthier body composition changes. Interestingly, the greater weight loss from MPF wasn't just about numbers, it also correlated with healthier shifts in body composition. But perhaps even more surprising is the impact on food cravings. Before starting, participants were assessed on their cravings and ability to resist them. Over the course of the diets, craving control improved markedly, twice as much for overall cravings and 4 times better for savory cravings, when they followed an MPF diet compared to UPFs. This indicates that eating less processed foods could help people curb their desires and resist high-calorie foods more effectively. As Dr. Samuel Dickin from UCL highlighted, not all ultra-processed foods are intrinsically unhealthy, based solely on their nutrients. But the study underscores the broader impact of food processing on weight and health outcomes, potentially tipping the scales in favor of minimally processed options. And this is the part most people miss. If we scaled these results over a year, the weight loss difference could be substantial, potentially a 13% reduction in men and 9% in women following MPF diets, compared to only around 4 to 5% with UPFs. Over time, the difference isn't just noticeable, it's transformative. The study also monitored blood pressure, heart rate, and various blood markers like liver function, glucose, and cholesterol. Results showed no adverse effects from the UPF diet in the short term, meaning it was at least neutral, and sometimes even slightly beneficial. But longer studies are needed to fully understand long-term impacts. Professor Rachel Batterham, the senior researcher, pointed out that very few people in the UK follow all the official dietary recommendations, and many diets lean heavily on ultra-processed foods. This might explain why switching to a nutritionally balanced but minimally processed diet can produce small but meaningful health improvements. The takeaway? Focus on foods that are close to their natural state: whole grains, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, and homemade meals, rather than packaged processed options. Not only might this help manage your weight more effectively, but it could also bring broader health benefits. This research was supported by reputable health institutes, emphasizing its significance, but it also raises a question. Why do processed foods dominate so much of our food systems? And how can we reshape policies to make whole, unprocessed foods more accessible and appealing for everyone?